Oh yeah, I didn't do that. Hello, everyone. We are live. It's your girl Montique and Joy Kelly. We will join us later. We are going to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 14, episode 5. She by herself, which is a shady title because Sheree was by herself. But I'm gonna play our intro and then we will get into it.
Now that's a picture.
Ain't that pretty?
Who is that one in the middle?
Girl, she fine, honey.
Hello, Joy. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, Tori. How are you? We are going to do a quick Atlanta, probably 15, 20 minutes. And then we're going to do Huntsville about 6:15, 6:20ish. So, how would you rate this episode, Joy, if you could? 1 to 10, 10 being the best.
Like a 4.
A
Maybe
4.
a 5.
I would give it
It
about a 4.
wasn't-
It wasn't terrible, but I mean, I could have not watched it, I guess, is the main thing. That's my
It
Alexa
was
talking.
terrible. Like I don't know what the producers think we want because we talked a little bit about that. My daughter, she's in her early 20s,
Mhm.
unfortunately watches a lot of reality TV. And we were just having a conversation. We was like, what's wrong? You would think this would be a good show because other than the new lady, we know these ladies. We should be
Yeah.
laughing and giggling with these ladies. And maybe it's because they really don't hang out together, or we haven't seen many scenes of all of them as a collective together.
Yeah. Not do giggle, because sometimes even though
I don't
Marlo's a
know,
little crazy,
but
she'll make me
they're
giggle. Kenya made me, the
it's missing
Laquan thing made
something,
me
and
giggle. Can you hear me? Joy. Joy. I think Joy might be stuck. Okay, what do you say, Tori? If it was the last episode, I did see a clip of the new girl, and I have a lot to say about it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that. I think Joy's stuck. Let me send her a message. And send her a quick message. So Tori, what would you like to say about Sanya since Joy's kind of stuck? What are your thoughts on her and Drew's friendship? Because I'm thinking that's probably what you're thinking about or talking about. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna talk about a little bit about the show. So a lot of people are saying that this season is not as good. I feel like it's growing. Joy's back. I feel like it's getting better. I was talking about the season and how people are saying that they don't think it's as good, and you were kind of talking about the dynamics of how reality TV is just kind of stagnant and not changing. So if you want to continue with that. Can you hear me, Joy?
just react. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
so we was talking
I was
about
saying
before
that
you
they are
go
working
ahead.
on a formula that worked 10 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, here's Callie. We're all here now.
Are
The
you?
gang's up here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So they've
No
been working
problem.
on a formula that worked 10 years ago. It's just not working now. And so you really do have dynamic women, but they're not they're not being shown all together to even understand the dynamics of their friendships. But it's you have to start all over again and show new women. I
Yeah.
People were saying that they didn't necessarily like Drew, but Drew and that new lady could have just given us all new ladies. Sometimes you can wear your people out to the point where you're recycling storylines and situations. Nothing is new under the sun.
But then
So
you'll get people that'll say, I miss Cynthia, bring her back, or I miss such and such, bring her back. So it's like you can't please the people.
Right.
oh, I agree. You're not going to please
Yeah.
everybody, but I think
Yeah.
that you uh, just think about the good reality shows. They were completely
Mm-mm.
nobody. They
Yeah.
were they weren't people we knew, but they were funny and
Mm-hmm.
personable, and we got to know them over time. We're not we know these people. That's why Atlanta is a terrible. That's why all of the reality shows are not good right now because the whole Housewives branch, they just haven't. They're not getting it. They think Scandal is great entertainment
Yeah.
when we've already read the details months before.
Because I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
because like you were saying, Salt Lake, Andy thinks Salt Lake is like amazing because of the Jen Shaw scandal. And I'm like, but
That's not
why?
interesting TV. Like we did not
David,
even
I
Totally
didn't
read the
see
boring.
Carlos
details.
King. Can you let us a little bit about what he said with Claudia? But go ahead.
So y'all talking about Atlanta? It sounds like, I'm sorry, I'm late.
Yeah.
Um,
So that yeah, the gay storyline husband is recycled
Oh,
too.
that's stupid.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
That's
is
not
stupid.
even though. That's not even politically. Like, why would they think
Mm-hmm.
that? I would have never mentioned that to Drew. I don't care how mad I would be of her.
Mm-hmm.
I would have hinted at something terrible, but I would have let her tell it because I wouldn't have been willing to say that on camera.
Yeah.
And you
Politically,
messing with a dude in jail.
okay,
Love after lockup number
who
2.
has to get permission
Yeah.
to meet you somewhere?
And I like Sheree, but I'm like,
I can't even. You can say that she's not a woman of high caliber. I'm not going to argue that. But when you look at it, just look at the face of it. A woman of her caliber
mm-hmm.
is not just having a relationship with a guy that's locked out. She's talking about it on a reality show that's supposed to be kind of on the bougie side.
Right.
Like, we all got cousins that's dealing with that. They may,
Yeah.
I mean, we all, it might be us.
Okay,
I
pride.
ain't
We
never
might
gonna
be
see
the
nobody in
cousin.
jail. I ain't waiting for you. I'm sorry. I ain't put no money on your books. None of that.
I just, every time I see that storyline, I shake my head. I'm just like, I can't believe a woman of her caliber is straight doing this. How many
Yeah.
times have y'all, do y'all watch Love After Lockup?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
But
Oh,
on
I
Love
don't
After
watch
Lockup, do
it.
they stand them up or do
Nah,
they?
but they usually leave them after very quickly.
Okay.
I mean, a man that's in prison has been suppressed in every way.
Right.
So when he gets out of prison, the worst thing, if he's not, then went into jail and got saved or joined Islam or
All
something.
right.
You if you're a man of the world and you ain't finished out there, he gonna
Right.
be with you in 2.6 seconds.
You want to be
Now,
free.
Tyrone might stay if it's beneficial for him because he is a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
So he might stay. It might be beneficial. He was a promoter.
Yeah, I like him, but I don't. I think she picked him to be a part of her storyline, really, because there was nothing else to talk about. She wasn't
I,
going to
I
talk
agree with
about
that
why
too.
her mother had been missing for those short amount of time. She's not going to tell us how she makes her money to get that house and everything done. She's not dating somebody other than him that she
I
wants to
forgot
admit
about her
publicly.
mother being missing.
I
Yeah,
didn't
she
know her mother was
Forgot.
missing.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, she
I
was.
do,
And she
What
said
girl.
happened? Did your
that's
mama?
what we would think she would talk about, if you ask me.
Where'd
But
they find
no,
her?
she came home a couple days later, or something like that.
Oh.
And like she had social media helping looking for her
Mm-hmm.
and everything.
Okay, see,
Yeah,
that would have been a better storyline than Love After Lockup.
Okay.
she
So
And
came
that's
home
Kelly, how
just
would
in
you rate this
time.
episode? Since
I
you just got
forgot.
here.
You know what,
Um,
Callie? Why are we not pressing it?
I
I
mean,
didn't know
yeah, I mean,
about it.
yeah,
But
she
that's
was
what I'm
messing
talking
around.
about. Like you almost have to get new people and watch. If you look at the first season of House of Atlanta, it's
Mm,
not that good. It's
yeah,
interesting, but it's really not that good. That's
yeah,
one of the few seasons that I really don't care to watch over. I have, but when you get in a crust of seasons 5, 6, 7,
yeah.
y'all talking about a dynamic group of
Yeah, that's
women.
when they were
The
good.
only you had the OG was Nene. Then you had
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Candy and Phaedra and Cynthia, um,
Kenya. Uh,
Kenya,
who else?
Monique was on that year. That
Deshaun.
was 6. And
Oh,
Yeah.
then
yeah, yeah,
they were starting to bring
So
friends, and then
people don't
Shamia
think
started coming around.
Tyrone wants Sheree.
yeah. Oh, I believe that. I believe that. So
So
this
Yeah,
guy
I
used to
mean
be.
that might be true.
He used to
You
be a
don't think he
professional
do?
football player, right?
I'm gonna send
Yeah.
this. We won't be on this one long though, so I don't really know if people want to join this one because we're gonna probably be on about 15 more minutes, and then we're
But
going
what
to
y'all think is
sunset.
missing for reality TV? Something is
I
missing.
don't know. I
I
don't
think
think
it's
it's
ran its
horrible.
course.
What you say, Callie?
I think
You
it's
think
ran
so?
its course. Yeah, I mean, because
You think it's ran its course?
if you think about all of our lives, we all go through the same thing. It might be
Yeah, now because they're just like, I mean, like you said, Joe, they dating prisoners.
yeah,
Like,
well,
like, come on,
well, I mean, but
like,
the prison is a bit much, but in
like.
general, we all go through some kind of problems. We all go through divorce or separation. We all might run through
Well, she
financial
said,
trouble.
But look at how good Huntsville is fairly new.
but
Yeah.
Huntsville
It's
doesn't get
only
the
been
numbers, but maybe because it's on own. Because they say they get like 400, 500,000. Like they don't get in the millions from what I heard.
Yeah, they can't compare to Bravo. I know Carlos is trying and he probably will get there.
And
But
eventually they might,
yeah,
but
they probably still get more views than all the Tyler Perry shows did though. I'd still be
yeah.
mad if I was him, but that's just me.
You know what? I never looked up his
His numbers,
I
yeah.
know they
yeah,
do
I've never
Monique's
looked up
now,
his
and hers
numbers.
are horrible. And I don't really want to talk about her
Mhm.
show, but for all those people who was crying about her being on TV, y'all sure ain't watching her.
And then, what she posted in Twitter
Yeah,
after
that
the
was
show.
ridiculous.
And she clearly wants out. I mean, he's trying to be so strong and sweet and looking a fool on TV, and she's like, well, that ain't enough. So,
It's not interesting, no, Sarita. I still watch Huntsville. Huntsville is still interesting. It's enough. It would keep me interested because we don't know them. We're still learning stuff
Yeah, and they
about
do
things.
introduce new people, even though people never like the new people. They try to introduce
yeah.
I
Stormy
don't
and
know why
Tiffany and
Stormy
Lewis.
wasn't considered. It seemed like she would have made a better um pick than Tiffany. And people was somebody said something about we're gonna have to make some changes next year. And I said the only change they
Mhm.
absolutely have to make is that.
Tiffany.
And I'm not she seems like a nice girl.
Hey,
A
Miss
very
Behave.
nice
Well, let's
girl.
get on. Let's stay on Atlanta this weekend because we're gonna go to them in a minute. All
Oh
right. So, do
yeah,
y'all
we done
think?
skipped
I'm just gonna
over.
ask like some general questions. Do y'all
Gotcha.
think Candy relies on sex too much? Is this tired? Like, does she
It's
need to stop?
tired. It's just tired. That's
Did
just my
y'all already
point.
talk about them penny things?
That's what we're
Yeah.
about to talk about now.
Okay, because I can't.
Would you be on a bus with your friends, their mates, and
No.
whatever, and letting
No.
somebody play with a buzzer?
No.
No,
Okay.
so I'm with Kenya on that. But and then when we heard the track star who's holding the remote that had
Yeah,
her
like somebody
jingling,
else remote.
and her husband's kind of looking like, really?
It
I don't
wasn't
know.
him
That was kind of gross to me.
because that was
Very.
her. It was Ralph was doing it.
Oh,
He
was it
wasn't meaning to
Ralph?
do it for her, but it was working on hers.
I mean, if you're gonna
Uh,
get tingled, not that Ralph's a bad one to get tingled from, but I'd prefer it to be from, my husband, not
so
from
let's talk about Drew.
I don't know if I would do it in public I mean,
right in
in
that
public
setting.
it's one thing. And what I mean by
Right.
public is, you out and about. It's
Right.
another thing to do it in a whole bunch of couples and your
Yeah.
husband's creepy, your friend creepy husband up there is controlling it and
So
don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that. So what
Well,
do y'all
and
think
so
about?
this sounds weird, but
Go ahead.
once you okay, so if you got that thing down there jingling and jangling, and somebody hits the right spot, Then when you get home, you're going to sleep. You ain't gonna want to give nothing
Right,
to
you ain't
her.
gonna want to do nothing.
That's just me. I
And
could
who
be.
wants to walk
No.
around feeling like that while they walking around?
With somebody else. No, I mean,
I wouldn't.
yeah, and the
That's
thing,
And
just
yeah.
right,
me.
and it was single. That's
Yeah,
what
with
was.
single people.
Yeah, it that
Mhm.
just I won't say that. I'll just say that it wasn't the time. That wasn't the
Mm-mm.
right time or situation to do it.
Yeah, Candy
If
said
it
she
had
didn't.
really been everybody was with a couple, I could
Yeah.
see. Yeah,
And she said that she didn't want them to do it just out of the blue. They're supposed to do it if somebody got to arguing or to try to do a game. But they weren't doing it that way, Candy. What do y'all think about Drew and Kenya apologized to Ralph
That was
for
nice.
what she
that was
said.
really
But
nice.
Drew seemed to think on what even on Watch What Happens Live, she was like she was happy Kenya did that. Do
Yeah,
you
she
think
did.
Ralph got it? Or because Kenya apologized, now he's like, well, I'm vindicated. I'm not doing anything wrong.
I think Ralph is gonna do what Ralph wants to do. He probably would never want to get it, or even if he did get it, I don't think he would change anything. He's a, he's kind of a man's man that thinks his word is the way we need to roll.
I don't know. Do y'all think Drew's a liar?
Oh God,
Is that a
she's
bad question? Okay.
she's no. I mean, I can't say she's a liar. She's complicated though. She reaches. I think. I don't know. She's hard to explain. She did look cute on the
She
Andy
over.
show.
She likes hyperbole.
Yes, that's
Okay,
exactly
that's good.
right. On
I
the
had someone like that. She's just an exaggerator.
Right, girl. I could tell a good story. My
Mhm.
students used to tell me that. They'd be like, "You tell the best story."
So do y'all think that? And I'm gonna go back
Go
up
ahead.
because Tori had something to say about it. Do you all think that Sanya or anybody is mistreating Drew? Are they being mean to her?
That's what. Yeah, I are they are I said they're treating Drew like they
Right.
did Portia. They pick at her because Portia seems to be a little bit forthcoming with information, so they
Mm-hmm.
kind of use it against her. And
Mm.
so, but that's just her nature.
Yeah.
Somebody said she's
Um.
allergic to the truth.
mm.
Okay, so would you believe someone who's had a mummy makeover can tell you how to drop weight within 21
I,
days?
No. And that's the bad part of reality TV for me because all of them
it get
are with
boring.
their businesses and they're doing it. I get it. But when someone on that show doesn't agree with that business, she got trashed by what? Every character
I,
on the
I
show.
said that. I said that you couldn't do that to Kenya. Kenya would literally
Yes,
fuse
she
and
would.
blow her head
She
off.
really
But they
would.
did remember they said her products just had water in it.
Yeah, and she lit a fuse
No,
and blew
no,
their
that
heads
was
off.
one person,
Oh, it's
and
just one. Okay, I didn't
Shamari.
really
What's her
watch
yeah,
it.
it
name?
was one
Okay,
person, and it wasn't that it had water in it. Those was her
that was the
displays.
samples, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
she didn't have
the
real
displays.
stuff in her product.
And
But
did you
yeah,
see like
like
they were like Drew's website's not working, and she was like, "La archive work," and then Kenya was like, "Well, Kenya more work," and then Sheree gonna say, "Well, when she by Sheree opens, my website gonna work." Be quiet.
It's only been 20 years. I mean, Sheree, I'm
Be
with you though.
quiet. Like she
She,
can't say nothing about Drew's business, in my opinion.
I
Sarita,
just
a
think it's
lot
the
of
wrong
people saying
business.
that Drew
Yeah.
is trying to be Portia.
I heard that too. People think, well, she is wearing her hair. She's the what do you call it? The ambassador for her products.
Oh,
They're
is she?
naked. Yeah,
Okay,
her and
okay.
Giselle. Giselle's wigs are starting to look a little better too.
Oh,
So
good.
they're both. They wear.
Yeah, she
And
grew
I feel
her
like
back.
Giselle has
But
hair, so she
let's
don't
be
care what
clear.
her wig
We
is.
all know Giselle got real hair. She
That's why she
Yeah.
really
don't care
did.
what they look like. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
Yeah.
she
don't
don't
care.
care.
She likes her edges, so she's not gonna do all that lace front
Yeah,
glue.
she ain't doing
She ain't
it.
gonna do
Yeah,
all that.
she right.
And I'm with her. She's just gonna
Yeah.
slap it on. So when
Right.
she take it off, her edges are okay.
Right.
Well, Drew looked cute in that little blue sequence on the after with Andy after Andy King,
Yeah.
Carlos
So
King,
I
or
was gonna
whatever.
show y'all these things with
She
her.
did look
Okay,
cute.
it starts with
Yeah.
this. So Drew calls is it Sanya? How you say her
Yeah.
name? A flip flopping bee that
Rich Roll.
kisses butt. She's fake. And she said, by the way, Kenya and Drew are fine now. So she said, I was just coming with you, fun shade. I don't know what she's talking about with that.
Because she was shady to Kenya about something in
Okay, but I don't
comparison.
remember.
Yeah.
But everybody probably knew it was a joke. So then Sanya says, we're not really friends. You don't know my favorite color. And based on this tweet, look like you're kissing Kenya's butt. So
Yeah.
now
So
Drew's in a beef with her, and she's in a beef with Sheree. So is this
well,
going to be like Drew gang up season? Like you, that's what you're saying, Joy.
well, Sanya
I,
should. She kind of spoke too quick. I mean, just kind that came out of nowhere, so it felt weird. I'm sorry, Joy. Go ahead.
no, what you
No,
say at
you
the
go
end?
ahead. No, you're
Oh,
fine.
I'm
No,
done.
no, what
I'm
did
done.
you
It just
say at
felt
the
weird.
end though?
It just felt weird when Sanya came at her, and Drew
Yeah.
looked at her and says, "Well, what? We were just together, and I came to the car accident." Hers really felt out of place.
Oh, okay.
Do
Like,
you
I'm
think
just
she's
doing
trying to?
this for the attention. I need something to talk about
Yeah,
on
she's trying to
camera.
fit in with the other
I
people.
wonder did the
Yeah.
producers push her to do it? Because it kind of reminded
Hmm.
me of that time when Cynthia was trying to tell Phaedra what she
Yeah.
had heard about Apollo and Mr. Chocolate. And it took
Yeah.
her a long time to say because she wasn't comfortable doing it.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree with that
Yeah, I
comment,
agree
Mr.
with that.
Haven.
I feel like they know Drew, and I think Marlo started it because she went because Drew said nothing to her at the layoff card thing. She was like, "You got a French roll, and you got a this, and you went to a private
Yeah.
school, and you ain't
Oh,
got
I
no
got
career."
you.
You know what
I
I
got
mean? But and
you.
everybody else kind of
Mhm.
came back at her like, but Drew just sit there,
Yeah.
and so I don't know, because Drew's not the same Drew that she was to me the first season. Do y'all think she is?
She the same one to me.
She
She
could
the
be
same.
being beat, feeling down by her husband. Too. I mean, like she's probably got a lot going on. What else did I have?
It was something that you said a second ago about gosh that I wanted to comment on.
Uh, what do y'all think about when Mark was trying to get Kenya to do something, and they were like, "You shouldn't do that for him." Da 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 da. And she was like, "No, I want Brooklyn." Alexa, stop to have a relationship
Oh
with her
yeah.
father.
Right, right, right.
Should you go out of your way for that, or
So here I understand what Kenya is saying. Um she doesn't want them to lose that bond, and I agree with her. Would I go out of my way based on life? No. But I was raised with my father, my stepfather, but my father. From the
right?
time I was like, it's true. You get confidence from your dad. I got
Yeah.
so much from being raised with him. So I think that yes, sometimes a girl can miss not having that father figure, whether you see him every day or not. So I agree with Kenya on that part.
And I don't think she was doing anything too out of hand. I mean,
Yeah,
she kind of did put her foot down on some stuff, but it's like they wanted her to just dismiss Mark
all
all the way.
together.
And I was shocked that she even felt that way. But
Yeah,
do y'all feel like
Kenya,
she's lighter this season? Like she's not as
yeah,
she had sense
yeah,
enough to let Marlo be the
Marlo
villain.
be the villain. You can
yeah,
Like
tell.
I sure said if you
But
yeah. You
Kenya,
do you
I
did.
think
whatever y'all
do
call
you think
y'all
that's why
self.
people thinks it's not as
Yeah.
good though? Because she's not
I
causing
don't
the
think that
commotion.
that's it because
Okay.
that's what I was gonna say. It was something that you just said about the difference. I was just
Oh,
gonna
water.
give an example about the difference between fun shade and being mean. It was something Drew said. What was it was two things you had said. One was about God, my memory bad.
Right.
I I just
You
had
got to
it
write
right
it
there.
down. You see, I write. Look, I got notes because I forget everything.
I agree with what Misbehaving just said. You do have to kind of foster that relationship between Mark
Oh,
and,
that's
the daughter. Go ahead.
I'm yeah, but I was also gonna say before I forget this stuff.
Hmm.
And it just happened. Oh, Kenya. Kenya's a product of a mother who rejected her. Kenya
Hmm.
Yeah.
would do anything to have her daughter not feel rejected in any single solitary way. So if
Yeah.
Probably.
that means meeting him halfway in a place she don't want to be, and
Hmm.
that he lied and said he was going to do something else, Kenya would still put on her clothes and drive there
And
halfway
do it.
Yeah, she was.
because
I agree
she
with
is
that.
probably terrified not to have a repeat of what she did.
Right.
She's
Yeah.
even if the situation is jacked up, messed up,
Hmm.
King is going to try to make her life feel like she had two loving parents. She wanted
Yeah.
Parents.
that.
Yeah.
So I have no
Because she
doubt.
didn't have
I
that.
don't
Even though
like
she had her
Kenya,
grandmother
but
and
I
her
get
dad,
Kenya. I get
Yeah.
Kenya.
it's not your mom. You know what I mean?
Oh,
She
Right.
being
yeah.
mean. That's what I think that they're missing. Being mean, people think they want to see Kenya mean, and I was gonna mention that about um what Marlo said. Saying French roll, that's funny about her
Yeah,
French roll, but talking about her business is just flat out mean.
that was
And I think
wrong.
that that's what another element that people are missing for reality TV. Y'all laughed at me, whole bunch of y'all, when we were talking about there's when I had mentioned that I think that there's shade and being mean and how it's broken up in degrees. I really do think that makes a difference. We laugh at shade. We laugh. I don't think we don't like watching mean all the time.
Yeah, and
I
especially
do
if it
when the
seems like they're
person
picking
earned
on
it.
one person. I
When the
don't.
person earned it, when the person earned it, I love to see it.
I
So
mean, I
somebody
think,
earned the mean
and I
shade.
agree with that,
Mhm.
Callie. A perfect example would be Basketball Wives. When what's her name went against Evelyn, because I think
Oh
Evelyn
Mhm.
yes,
had been the aggressor for so long.
Yeah.
People
yes.
stood up for OG, screaming behind her along the way,
Mhm.
because it was like it finally she got some kind of something toward her. So I get that. You're correct. We
Yeah.
could put a series
Some they
together
said you
with
can't
some
say if
thoughts.
something's funny or not. It just depends on how the person thinks. So I guess the last question
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna
true,
ask
Latoria. I get that.
is
What you say? You can't say what is funny.
So your shade might
Well,
not be shade to somebody else.
I agree. I agree. It's that's always going to be the case. I mean, it's just like looking at saying that Jada Pinkett head was bald may be
yeah.
funny to people, but people who experience whatever and have lost their hair or know or love somebody
Mhm.
won't ever think that kind of
I
stuff
mean,
is funny.
and also if
Well,
you say that's why your mama never loved you, or that's why you gonna
yeah.
get
Right.
all the things that God
That's the
deserves,
next
that's
level.
that's
Right.
low down dirty or whatever. And I'm
Marlo.
not gonna say
And
what she's gonna say to
Marlo,
Candy, but Marlo's gonna say something very bad to Candy.
exactly.
She
That's
is?
That's
bad.
the difference. That's the
Yeah.
difference. So you're not laughing at what they
Yes.
said. There are gonna be some people that's gonna find it
Thank
funny.
you. Times is
But
how much.
generally speaking, if you like the person, you're not going to think it's funny.
Right.
Like I regardless how I feel about reality people, I usually see them. This is a business
Yeah.
once that camera gets on you.
It
And you
is.
are stupid not to um take advantage of your platform. So I don't understand this need to tear people down that way.
Well,
That's
they
just
think it's going to get them on the show longer too. Sometimes, depending on the
that's
Sometimes it
person.
does,
just
but sometimes they go too far and people want them gone.
and I
Um,
think that's what's going to
But
happen
I
with
think that's
Marlo.
but see, that's another thing. Drew not quick enough because she should have told her I had less people in my room than you have living in your house. You
Oh,
right, Miss Gucci. She should
I
have
like
said
that
something. I
that
mean, you
name, Miss
said that in
Gucci.
more ways than what I'm saying, but Sanya
Yeah.
was like, I didn't say nothing because she had 5 or 6 people in the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you live with like 80 people. So Hal thinks that LTL was good. I think it was okay. It wasn't horrible. Um But Marlo, it would be different if Marlo could take it because, like, they could do something really small to Marlo and it
Yeah.
hurts her feelings so bad. Like, every time I have an event, you always have something to say. Well, every time somebody walks in the room, Marlo, you
You
got
got
something negative
something
to
to
say.
say.
So, why are you so hurt? If she was tougher, then
Mm-hmm.
maybe I would feel like you're saying, Tori, but she's not. She just attacks people. Attack,
And
attack,
y'all,
attack.
I was just gonna say was what's her name's crack on her edges.
Yeah.
Was that considered fun
The
or mean shade?
That
But
was
y'all know
funny.
she straight got surgery for them edges, so it
She
did
said,
bother her.
Bosley, that was funny. I don't care what
Bosley Restoration. And
Yeah.
before that, she had her gorilla glue because Eva told her to tack that wig down.
she
Oh,
said.
did
She
Hmm.
they?
said when you get the thing, you don't put a lace front wig up. You don't. Like Marlo's messing up her edges again.
Yeah, yeah.
Why do that?
Um,
Did she have on? Did she cover up her new hair?
But she puts on her wigs have fake edges.
Oh
Her
well,
little lace
maybe.
front. Yeah.
How do you know we're not looking at her real edges though?
she pulled it up and said, "Oh, they
Oh,
growing in
Yeah, she
Oh, I
pulled it
missed
up.
that. Child.
twice."
Yeah.
She's
Mm.
shown it twice. Now, when I saw it the second time, I was saying, I wonder if it's the same reel.
Yeah.
Oh, they just showed it two times.
And they
Like,
did
yeah.
they just
Oh.
show it again? And I'm asking it because they do that kind of thing, and they're trying to make a big deal out of the edges because of Eva. Because I thought about her.
What do they
Yeah.
do in this surgery? They put you to sleep? Why would you die? Is it like a? I don't think they
Anytime you
put you
go
to sleep. They
under,
just shave. Don't they
no,
just
anytime
shave
you
and
go
put
under
hair?
any kind of anesthetics,
No, you're
you
not
can
under any kind of
die.
anesthesia.
You mean you gonna go cutting
I
in my hair?
didn't.
I
You
mean,
gonna
she
cut
has
my
a. You talking
scalp
about when she
open?
had lipo?
No, even
I
what
don't know
about
what
her
for.
edges? Don't they cut the face open and get up under there? No.
Hmm.
Oh well, hell,
I
I
don't
No,
know.
don't.
they cut your. I don't know
They
if you
just cut
sleep.
your
I know
hair,
they cut up the portion of the back of your hair,
but it's
and
just a
they.
razor. It's not going to sleep.
Yeah, Latoria, what's wrong? You're
The
saying it's just
risky surgeries are when you get put to sleep.
I mean, she hadn't
I don't
had the
know.
surgery yet. This was what she just decided to do.
Desperation for edge
She
attorney. I can't
wasn't
do it.
making fun of her surgery.
Yeah.
But you could argue maybe the cracking and people in the streets crack about it could have led to her actually doing that.
And
I
she
don't
even
know.
called out Drew, said Drew had it, so I had it too. So it's not like she didn't throw Drew under the bus too for having her edges done.
Drew gotta learn how to check them people.
Drew needs to learn how to check.
Did
Drew,
y'all see what does she call her business? Lay Arc eBay.
Lay
Did y'all see
Archive.
Tammy Roman on the red carpet last night? And she was styled by Lay Archive Bay.
Hmm.
Oh, was she on what
Yeah.
show red carpet was she
I think
on?
she was at the MTV
Oh,
Awards
Oh,
last
yeah,
night.
they
Yeah.
came
So they
on that.
showed her and she looked like crap to me, but it could just be because it's
Did y'all
look at
see the
that.
Tammy.
Doritos commercial? I mean
Mm-mm.
No.
the Tostitos commercial, not Doritos.
No, who was in it?
A girl, little black girl sitting on the couch.
Uh-uh.
The Tostitos. That's my cousin Nia.
Is
Oh, I
it?
gotta go look.
But
Joy,
she
your family was all over the TV this weekend.
Nia
Yeah,
was
because
on.
yeah, we
I
about to
know,
talk about
right?
that.
Nia was
So
on the
last
real.
question.
Most people
Would you
know her.
sit
She was on the Real World.
would
Okay.
you
She-
sit and wait 2 hours for a man, ex convict or not?
No, but she was had a TV camera there, so she was gonna sit a little longer.
two
No,
hours is a long time to
that
sit though.
is so hard. I mean,
After
office. Yeah.
15 minutes,
Don't tell me
I'm
to-
on. Where you?
she shouldn't take consequences. Of course,
I
yeah,
just can't
yeah.
believe she sit there in the cold.
And she didn't want to go
Got
inside; it was too
out of that
crowded.
phone at 15 minutes.
Do
You
you think
got
it
her
was sweet of
out here
Kenya
making me
what
look like a
Kenya
fool.
said to her? I was like, that was really nice.
Yeah, I thought that was
No, I
really
don't remember.
sweet. Marlo was bald to the back of her skull during the season. Marlo was selling weed.
That's not nice.
Not to the back of the skull, child. See, that was y'all ain't
So you
right.
think she just stayed there because she wanted to get paid 2 more hours? It's like, why would you? I wouldn't wait for y'all for 10 minutes.
That was really sad, wasn't it? Though I mean, I was like, oh, I hate to
I'm
see her
glad they
like that.
showed us why. Because initially we seen that scene in print. That was the first time we
Yes,
knew that they was filming. It was
Mm-hmm.
that scene because Sheree was sitting
Yeah, she
down
was
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
there.
her on.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying that initially they were gonna play it like he
James
just put
Amos.
her up. Y'all are so wrong.
I ain't got nothing to
Y'all
say
are
that.
so wrong.
Who
Y'all
looks like John Amos?
That's Good Times,
Who looks like
James.
that though? What?
No, wait a minute. Who is James Amos?
That's from
That
the
is
Good
him.
Times.
Oh, from Good Time. His first
Yeah.
name wasn't James. His first name was John.
John. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get off that. I got confused.
Oh,
Y'all
well,
confused
yeah, okay.
me.
I guess we can talk about this. We have 7 minutes before we go to
Thompson.
Huntsville.
Oh,
So y'all
yes,
want to talk about the
Latoria.
Nene thing at all?
Girl, I am not mad at her.
You're not mad at Nene?
My hours.
Oh,
See, that's what I don't understand. Kenya just said Apollo was fine, and she got chastised down to the house. But these women are Portia, Nene, whatever, are dating men who aren't divorced. They're
right.
still married.
Oh, y'all not
And-
finna talk about Nene. Let me look.
And
Don't
everybody
make me
is
put
okay with
Benita
it.
on you.
Look here. Look,
Listen.
Monty, that's
I don't
exactly
get it.
right.
Can
It
you?
all
No,
Let's
she
depends
let's
on
didn't.
who
talk
likes who
facts.
and who doesn't. The
I
fact
will say
The
is,
this.
man, he was not
Callie
divorced,
did
Joy.
swear up and down he was married, but
yes.
let's tell the timeline. The
Oh
first time
Lord.
that they were seen together was at Nene's birthday party. Even the wife's petition said that on December the 15th, that's
Mm-hmm.
what she referenced in her lawsuit. Guess that what day their divorce was final?
When was it? When was
December
it
the
final?
17th.
But when was it final?
December the 17th.
It was final.
Correct.
Okay.
No, no, no.
And Nene
Look,
was
somebody said we just see the decree. What
what?
a decree, Joy. What a divorce
Uh,
decree. Because we found failings.
well, you don't have to have divorce decree. The wife is suing her. The lawsuit is online. She names that date. This ain't
Oh.
Joy. In the wife's lawsuit, he said that him being seen with her was humiliating. And the
Mhm.
first date was December the 15th. Their divorce was final December 17th.
So were they dating before they were seen in public, though?
I can't.
She
Greg
doesn't know.
died in September.
Greg
They
has
were.
nothing to do with this because we know she was seeing other
Let me
people.
say this. Tamar claims to have introduced them, but
Okay.
I think they probably were newly dating or just met, and
Okay.
they brought him to her birthday.
So
Arguably,
why did Nene unfollow Tamar? Is it to do with this man or is it something else?
I
Do
don't
we
know. I
know?
saw that,
I
but
have no idea.
Okay. Now that you said that, she introduced her, I wonder if that was why.
Did he talk about the? Did she talk about Nene on
She
Carlos
did.
show?
That's
Because
all
I
she
didn't.
said. She said that she's not mad at Nene. She hopes Nene's not mad at her. She said she's unfollowed people, even her sisters, before just because she didn't want to see what they was posting. Then she would follow them again. So she was hoping it was nothing
Serious.
personal.
I
She
mean,
handled herself really. She was not Tamar, normal Tamar to me.
but the
Um,
things are when these
but they are divorced, Joy.
they are.
Yes,
No.
they were divorced on the 17th.
But the
That
fact
she
are,
mentions that
kids
in
don't
the lawsuit.
So
Nene
can she
Leakes,
sue then?
yes,
She had 2 days of grief.
yes, she can. Nene Leaks is loved by so many
What,
people that they are letting this cheating with another man.
Callie, you
But
went out.
I'm
We got 3 minutes, y'all. We're gonna have to get off of here.
okay.
Um,
I heard no, and I'll tell you why. You have to prove that you were in a house together, living together, and Nene came in that house and broke you up. That woman had dated people in between. They had been separated for a long time.
You don't
She
really?
have
had
to prove you were living
she had
together.
dated. I'm just telling you.
You don't have
She
to
had
prove
was
you were living
dating
together.
somebody in
You
Who
have to
said
between,
prove
that?
that y'all were
and
in love and
and
working it out, even if there were problems.
Who
and
said that you had to
she
prove y'all
was.
wasn't living together, Joy? Where
Joy
you get
just
that
read the
from?
thing wrong. It don't say that.
I was like, that don't mean nothing.
Tamar, rumors came out that she was getting back with. Oh,
Oh, he did ask her about that too.
What?
And she said no, her and David aren't getting back together. They're just
You
friends.
shouldn't. That dude was tripping. Who was David?
So
Who you
it
talking
so
about?
yeah, because you're right, Miss Gucci, because if he was just dating one of us who, don't have the fame and the what did she say, Trump checks as Nene has, she probably wouldn't sue. But this woman, Nene, has money. Somebody else got sued and they won. Was it Fantasia? Did they sue
You know,
Fantasia?
but she won the case
yeah.
Who
because
did?
she proved that he had moved out, was staying with his friend, and then that's when they met and hooked up. The only way you win that lawsuit is if you and that husband living together. He's sneaking
No,
around.
that's not true. You do not have
Okay.
to be living together. You don't have to be.
I
Girl,
heard
you
you
know your
have to
wife's
be.
got
You have
Lifetime
to
movies.
prove that you were in a relationship. If
That
you
you were
A
can't
trying to make
prove
it
relationship
it,
is
work.
one thing. A
and you
house
were
is another.
you can't prove
That you were
that
trying to make it
if
work.
he moved out, because
And
that's why
Fantasia went on
Fantasia
an
won.
appeal. I don't know. The
Okay.
African man Tamar was dating leaded to her trying to go to hell. Oh, yeah, she did try that.
What? The African man. What did that say?
Mhm. Led to her trying to go to heaven, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I heard Fantasia paid him.
Nene needs
I
to
don't
write
know
me
the
check for
ins and
him.
outs. I didn't know we were going to talk about Nene because I would have researched because I like to have the facts.
I know we got to
But
go, but just think about this. Come on.
Nene and
Isn't
Dave,
it
what's his
possible
name?
they
Is
did
no
this on
Soma?
purpose to try
Nene
and
and
get some money from her?
African man don't seem bothered.
I
I
mean, I
don't
could
know if
see that,
it's
but
in the
he's
African or
rich
us
on his
store. Like,
own.
where are you getting these African men? Is it African or us? Toys R Us? Where we going? Why does everybody have one?
Yeah.
And they all rich. Are all African men rich?
No. They are scammers, allegedly. That's I don't
I,
know.
I, I, the ones I knew one in college. I remember I was a kid saying, "This boy is gonna be rich." I know he rich somewhere with a woman.
With how many women though?
he said
Six.
he said he would never marry more than one because his father, I think he had three or four wives, and
Oh
he
gosh.
was his mother was the first wife, but he wasn't the oldest son. But he
Okay.
always felt like he had to fight for his father's affection
Yeah.
because he had like 20 something children.
I just don't know
And
how they all getting these African men.
but
But oh well.
um,
Anything else with Atlanta? I think I asked all the questions I had. Oh, what do y'all think about them naming all the men that they dated? Did everybody know Candy dated Joe Levert? I knew.
No, but I liked him too.
And then Drew said LeBron was it? Hasn't he been with this woman since high school?
Well, she didn't say LeBron. She
She
said
said the
King.
king.
Does that make a difference? I don't.
Yes.
I wouldn't be bragging that I dated LeBron though, and he went and married somebody else. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't
I'd be
know.
jealous. I'm like, look, if I think I'm the bomb and I'm dating
considering that you can't
the
find a
bomb,
picture of them nowhere on the internet
Right.
together, arguably she was a side piece. So
That's what
let's
it
just
was.
leave it there. So, and all I kept thinking was
they weren't
art
married.
imitates life because she did that to Derwin
Girl went
and
on dang on
Melody.
the game.
Did she call Candy the garden tool, child?
Somebody did, but I ain't gonna say it.
Ooh.
In the locker room. Did she say she was in the locker room?
And I forgot who what's the girl? She a little she oh God. She kind
She
of
The
was a
was
rod.
comedian.
LeBron.
She was a comedian with these really deep dimples. She used to kind of be like a Monique and Sherry
Some more.
Shepherd, the girl with the
Some
really deep,
more.
and she got the cutest dimples.
I don't know.
But if y'all, oh God, I'm trying to remember. The only thing I could think of that she played consistently was Nikki Parker, friend on the Parkers. But
Oh,
anyway,
Adele.
not Adele.
Oh.
She was her friend who was the church, who used to work in the church and always start mess.
I don't know.
Anyway, this actress was she said her and Gerald Levert was supposed to get married.
Oh.
That I can't think of her name. I think she adopted a baby. Was that
Kim
her?
Whitley.
Yeah, is that Kim Woodley?
He adopted the baby.
I
Yeah, he
think
was
that.
supposed to have dated her.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
said they was gonna get
Lunel, no,
married.
I think it's Kim Whitley.
Yeah,
But anyway, y'all, we're gonna leave here. Do not go
yeah, that's
anywhere.
her. That's her, Kim
Kim
Whitley.
Whitley. Okay. Do not go anywhere because we're coming back. We just like to separate. So if people just want to hear about Atlanta, they watch Atlanta. They want to hear about Huntsville, they watch Huntsville. We're going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville in 2 minutes. About 1 minute. Come right back. All right.
Okay.
Let me end this.